Cool.
Hi everyone, I'm John from Dice Dungeons.
I'm Jarrett.
And we're here today because we wanted to give you just kind of a live view of the maps and talk a little bit about why we built them, why we like them.
Yeah. So John, why did we build them?
Well, Jarrett, I wanted to be Billy Mays. No. The real reason we made them was we'd played with all kinds of different maps. We had, the laminated ones, we had neoprene maps, and none of them really worked the way we wanted. And so you and Wes actually came up with this idea originally. Wes is Jarrett's friend and also one of our artists, and he did a bunch of the beautiful designs on this project. So,
yeah, one of the original ones that I did was a more global map of an area. If you remember from our first campaign,
from a long time ago.
So once we did that, I really liked the material that I was like messing around with at the time, and that's where I was like, well, let's zoom it in, add some grids. Now we've got a really cool way to just start some combat whenever we want to.
Right.
So then once we were doing that, we started kind of tinkering around with tileable stuff. So that's where we've created these like ones where you've got, not only does it start with a campsite, but it moves into the bridges, that goes into the cave. So you can do a whole campaign or one shot based on what you've got, even just in these like 6 maps. Like you could do session to session to session,
marching across the table,
and just knowing like, okay, when they get here, I'm going to throw this out. Now they're on the cliffside, and then you've got loads of things that you can do with the different art pieces. One of my favorite things with the cliffside here is doing like way up high. You've got archers down below. You've got your combat down there. So like it really creates some difficult terrain that you can navigate and all that stuff. And it's all just on the map. You don't have to set up. It's super quick.
Yeah. And that's the other fun part of it too, right? Is like, because we made them out of this, special microfiber material, we can also set terrain on top of them. You can see you can move the minis around easily. You don't have the tripping and falling. Jarrett did a very good job of being the guy having the problem in the video, but I mean, it really is one of the best things about them. Like stuff, moves around so easily. Didn't mean to take the top off that.
Yeah.
But yeah, stuff moves around on the map really easily, and it lays flat underneath your 3D terrain. So one of our favorite things to do is like with some of the open battle maps, we'll put those down, and Jarrett 3D printed like a ton of towns and stuff like that. So you can build a town square on top of one of the empty maps, or if you want to make like a canal, you take one of the empty water maps and put your your 3D buildings over the top. And it just looks gorgeous. It melds really seamlessly with kind of any sort of terrain that you would want to look at.
Yeah. And, travel is a big thing for us. So that's one of the reasons we created these guys is like, you can see just how much they fold up and just go straight in a backpack. It's why we created our character coins originally. We're at a lot of conventions, so if we want to play D&D, we got to be able to travel with it. So it's sort of by necessity we've created these sorts of products, but we're really enjoying what they've become. So.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you're going to be at Gen Con this year or Origins this summer, definitely drop by, come say hi. We'll probably have some prototypes that you can handle yourselves if you want to see them in person.
Yeah.
What else do you want to tell people about the maps?
You want to do? Let's grab one of the maps and we can show them just how they wrinkle, right?
Oh, sure.
So this one is This is one of the newer unlocks. So like you've seen in the video, but let's show it here. You can just crinkle it up, pop it in your pocket, and then it's just there. It is because of the microfiber. It's easy and it lays flat, super quick.
Yeah. And if they ever do get a little wrinkly, that wrinkle release stuff from the spray stuff works great on them, or you can iron them, or just give them a wash, get the beer and other things out of them, and then they'll come out and be ready for another round.
Right.
Yeah, I think one of the other things that's fun about them is being able to swap them in. So, you know, we're one of the packs that you can get on the Kickstarter is this 6-pack that makes this giant map. And you can see we're sitting at our banquet table here in the office. It is 8 feet long by 4 feet wide.
Right.
And you can see that the maps cover pretty much all of it.
Yeah. And you know, it's there with the tileable maps. So you've got the 6-packs. So the 6-packs are going to be 5 foot long, which is a sizable amount of terrain.
It is
for your characters to go from one side to the other. But even with the tileable ones, you can pop it on your floor and fill up a whole room if you need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that often that happens that you need that battle, but you know, maybe you've got a dragon and it is flying, you know, back and forth over and over again. Those things can move.
Right, exactly. And because of the tileable nature of the maps, you know, if you want, like, for example, let's say, okay, well, I want to have this scene. I want my campsite and I want my bridges, but, you know, I don't need a temple in this scene because, you know, in this area they're going through, there's no temple. You can just swap in one of your, you know, open terrain maps and all of a sudden you've got just another grassy area here. You could transfer it where they like walk up the path and get into the snow-covered peaks. You know, the possibilities are infinite for you to mix and match.
One of the things I've been doing recently too, in our own sessions, is with them. I've been popping some stuff underneath, so that gives a really cool. Now it's a hill, right? And you still have got the grid. It's 5e, so it doesn't really matter angles up, right? So
right.
Just suddenly, now you've got sort of this extra height advantage that you want to do on any of the open tiles.
That's
and that
cool.
Sort of stuff. So
yeah, that's awesome.
So, so that's, I think, everything we've got for you today. We just wanted to go over a few of the little finer points and give you guys a little chat. But if you've got any other questions, feel free to comment in our comment on the Kickstarter or in our updates, and we will take a look and get some more content out to you and get some more questions answered.
These maps lay flat every time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.